Hello, so I just received the Carl Friedrik City-hopper in leather, and I'm gonna just show you the leather. I'm gonna compare it to the nylon version, and let's see, how they stock to each other. So this is the box when you open it. So you have a small letter from Carl Friedrik, which is going to show you that inside of the backpack there is material, the backpack under warranty. So there's a QR code that you scan it, and then you can register for the warranty, lifetime warranty, and then you have some information about nubuck leather and the nylon, so you know how to care of it. Then you have a nice package. You have like a nice pouch that the backpack is tucked in. So you remove the backpack, and there is the nubuck leather backpack. This is the same version as the nylon, the previous video that you could see, and this is just it's the charcoal color. I know in the video kind of like look like greenish, and actually in real life looks kind of greenish. I don't know what charcoal, but I mean it doesn't look kind of like, it looks like kind of in between green and charcoal. And you can see that this is the nubuck leather. It's a little bit heavier than the nylon version, and it's a little bit more robust, kind of like the material. It's not so soft and easy to play with. I mean, use it. So I just ordered to see the difference and see what I prefer more, the nylon or the leather. And I'm gonna let you know at the end of the video what I prefer more, is leather or a nylon. So you can see here that uh, basically the backpack has everywhere has leather nubuck, and then some just regular accents leather as the nylon version one. And then if you open um, the inside of the backpack, basically it's going to be exactly the same as the regular version, where the material is nice. I mean, um, it's pretty much exactly the same backpack except for the leather material of nubuck leather. And the straps as the same. I mean, it's just kind of like a preference if you like leather or if you like more like an low maintenance nylon. I prefer more like a low maintenance, and you can see here how they stack. So the nylon is a black color, and you can see that the leather one is kind of like looks like greenish, but it's supposed to be charcoal, so I guess that's charcoal. So if you're looking for like more blackish color, you don't have any option, because this is the only option is they offer is the nylon, which is going to be like black. Pretty much the same hardware. Some small things that I notice is that the stitching is a little bit different on both. The stitching, I think they made in different places, both of them. I couldn't find information where they made, so I don't know exactly. But the stitchings looks a little bit different. You can see here the stitching on the leather is kind of like more accurate, I would say, but the stitching on the nylon, it looks more heavy duty, so kind of like a more durable maybe. You can see here is the same water bottle pocket on the left side. Um, the opening is the same. On the bottom, you see here they have some leather accents, the same thing. So everything is the same. The leather version doesn't stand by itself, only if you actually it could stand because it's a more solid material, so it's has more you can it's more like a stiff material, so it can stand by itself, but it doesn't really stand. So you can see here that if you want to use the front pocket, it's the stitching. You can see it again. The stitching is how can I say? It's just more nicer done. This one is more robust, I would say. It's not like a big difference. You wouldn't see that much of a difference, but like for me, like looks like the nylon has more kind of like a more durable, and the leather has more like good looking one stitching. Um, Let me see in the back. So the back again, the straps. You can see the straps here. You can see the stitching, and then on the leather, it's kind of like almost invisible. It's like a little bit more um, nice. Okay, you can see here the same. So the stitching is just one stitch. Like here is basically two ways of stitching. So it should be durable, but I don't think you can carry a lot of stuff like in a Go Rock backpack. The straps are comfortable, so I use this backpack for a couple of days, and the back is really good. The front pocket, you can see the leather one is going to be harder to manipulate because it's stiff material. Not sure if leather with time is going to be less stiff, but out of the box is going to be a stiff material to use the front pocket. The nylon version is going to be easier to use because those nylon that they use is it's kind of like very flexible, easy to manipulate. It's not like a 1000D Cordura that you can find in a Go Rock backpack, and I don't think it's like a 500D Cordura. It's some kind of nylon, kind of like looks like almost like a halcyon, but a little bit thicker than halcyon. So for some people, it would be a good thing or a bad thing. For me, it's a plus. It's a good thing. I like when the material is more flexible, that I can use it, much easier without any kind of stiffness. You can see on the bottom here, it has a little bit of wear. So the bottom is really protected with leather. And then for some reason, the back straps, actually, when you're trying to adjust, the materials of the strap itself, they look the same, but they're kind of different because on the leather one, it's so easy to adjust, and on the nylon one, it's very kind of like hard to adjust, harsh. So for some reason, they're kind of different. And then the stitching, you can see again, on the leather one is very nice looking, and on the nylon is more like a heavy duty. Looks like different machines they used for the stitching. So for
So
sure they're not
basically, what I was
handmade.
trying to say about this backpack is that I prefer the nylon compared to the leather one, and it's basically the reason why is that, well, it's just more flexible material to use, and it's not as heavy. You can feel a little bit difference in the heaviness. Um, the color, I mean, I like the black color backpacks, and that one is kind of like a greenish charcoal mixed color, so I don't like that one. And also one thing, that the leather one was smelling a lot of chemicals. Like it was actually like really, hard smelling. It was like it came with an odor. I think it was chemicals that was that they used to uh, for the backpack for some reason, some kind of chemicals. But the smell was really really bad. That I had, even if I left it outside for a couple hours, it still had the smell. Actually, the whole room was smelling because of that. So just be aware that it's going to be smell of chemicals a lot. The nylon version doesn't smell at all, pretty much. I mean, didn't feel any kind of chemical smell. So from these two, I mean, I would say that I would prefer pretty much the nylon because of the way how you easy to clean, easy to maintain, the black color, no smell initially. And the leather one, I would pick if you are specifically want a leather backpack. And I guess the leather backpack would be maybe a little bit more luxurious because it's from leather. But other than that, I would pick myself a nylon. even if I'm a fan of leather, but in this case, the leather didn't feel like, maybe they made like a black leather and without any kind of like crazy smell, but it just the nylon is just more flexible, so you can use it kind of like. I tend like, if, for example, if I had both bags to use it every day, I would go for nylon majority of the time, just because it's just more versatile. I don't need to think about it, like water or dirt or anything. It's just easy to wipe. It's not so maintenance or the backpack. Leather as well. I mean, it's a good tough material, but in terms of price, I think the price is a lot for this backpack. I think they kind of like overpricing. It doesn't even look like it's kind of like handmade. It doesn't look like, let's say, if you're buying a Go Rock made in USA or a Tom Bean, you pretty much like you're paying a premium because it's made in America. And of course, with the specific layouts, with all this kind of like Tom Bean style or Go Rock minimalist style or military style, but you're pretty much getting the best robust materials choice with the best craftsmanship, right? And in terms of Carl Frederick, you saw the stitches are a little bit different, like more fragile, I would say, than you get in Gorak or Tombin. And I mean, everything else looks good, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna, you know, I just didn't feel like it's gonna last for a long time. But they have a lifetime warranty, so that's a good thing. And also, they have 100 days for you to try out. So if you don't carry heavy stuff in it, if you're using it just basically to go to the office and come back, I think that's a good backpack. I think, it's a versatile backpack. It's not a big backpack, it's not a small backpack, and it's expandable. You can expand it if you want um, extra stuff. If you are more minimalistic, you have a more minimalistic orientation, I would give you a suggestion which is going to cost you pretty much cheaper. That's the Go Rock GR1 Huckleberry Slick Edition. That's going to be a good one. Also, you can get the new Tombin Scenic 26, which is going to be a nice one. It depends if you like the organization looks. Of course, there's going to be minimalistic. The other one is going to be not really minimalistic. So it's up to you, whatever you like. But this backpacks are kind of like my alternative to this one. But this one is kind of, I think, the smallest one, or the smallest one looking, because you can pack a lot in it, especially in this nylon version. But yeah, that's all what I wanted to tell you about it.